Good morning. Welcome to day one of our 5 days of embodied gratitude. Thanks so much for joining me. And I said embodied instead of heartfelt. To me, they're the same. Our hearts are inside our body. And when we really feel grateful, when we really feel loved, when we really feel anything, it's because we are connected to our physical selves. We can't have a feeling without being present inside our bodies. So yes, welcome to day one of heartfelt gratitude. Good morning, Jodie. I'm going to kick right in because I know time at the moment in Melbourne, Australia, which is where I am, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So many people will be listening while they're getting ready for work, and I want to try and keep tight to the schedule that I've promised. Good morning, Debbie. So day one is all about gratitude for your amazing body. Now, when people hear the words amazing body, they might be thinking of the physicality of things, whether you look like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman or whether you look like The Rock if you're a man. Whatever it is, whatever your idealized version of an amazing body is, I want you to just put that to the side and understand that that's about the physical body on the outside. And what we're talking about today is your physical vehicle, which you use to get around inside your life. Now, every single human body is an absolute miracle of physiological engineering. We truly are absolutely amazing. And we're going to be talking about that today in 2 specific ways. First things first, this is my yellow paper because I'm doing some recycling at the moment. There's a worksheet that I attached in the post before this one. So this is the day one worksheet, and there's some things that we're going to work through. So head on and get yourself one of those. Good morning, Sue. And we're going to work through this ability to feel grateful for your body. So regardless of how you feel about your physical body right now, it is working really hard for you as best as it can with all of the ingredients and circumstances it's got to be in a constant state of healing, maintenance and repair, and following you with where your mind takes you. So if you think you're sitting down and you're like, oh, okay, I want to stand up, your body responds to your thoughts. If you want to go for a walk, your body responds to your thoughts. And this is why learning how to be grateful for your body is so important. Because if you're thinking a whole lot of really mean stuff about your body, if you're focused on the physicality, comparing yourself to someone that isn't you, that's got a whole different probably team of support and different set of genetics to you and whatever, a different budget than you or whatever, any of those things, you're actually sending signals to your body that it sucks, like that it's not good enough, that this is wrong with it, that that's wrong with it. And your body's going to follow those thoughts just the same as it follows stand up, put the kettle on. You're walking, it's time to run, your body follows that signal. So it's going to follow the signal into not good enough, into fat and ugly, if that's the kind of horrible stuff that you're thinking about yourself. So our thoughts are super, super, super important. And I want to teach you a couple of really practical ways to connect with gratitude for this amazing vehicle today in this lesson. So the 2 ways we're going to do embodied heartfelt gratitude for your body are this. The first way is we're going to have a look at your body's achievements throughout life, because it hasn't just been sitting there doing nothing, no matter what horrible things you think about it sometimes. So we're going to talk about your body's achievements. I'll tell you what that means. And the other thing we're going to do is explore your body's sensuality. So we have these 5 senses or 6 senses, depending on whether you have a holistic mindset, which those of you in this group do, we have these amazing channels of information that are coming into our body. We can see, we can touch, we can smell, we can taste, we can experience life. And that's the second way that we're going to appreciate this amazing body. Because regardless of, so remember, we're parking to the side the size and shape and all that parts of the body, it doesn't matter. What we're talking about is what your body does for you. And it's such an important mind shift change, because like I said, your body will follow you where your thoughts take you. And we want to make sure that all of the cells in your body, the trillion cells that you've got inside your body that are working for you every day as best as they can, I think of them like factory workers, right? There's a scene in with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where the Veruca Salt's dad has got this peanut shelling factory, and there's all these women shelling peanuts. And there's a point where he says over the loudspeaker, like, whoever finds the golden ticket, there's going to be a bonus in your pay. So it's a positive message, and they work harder. So I want you to think of the trillion cells in your body like those workers. They're working, they're doing all of these metabolic processes and taking in as much good as they can out of whatever you're eating and giving you energy you need for life. Even if you'd like some more energy, your body still is producing energy. If you're physically capable of tuning into this, you've got energy moving, through your body. So think of your cells like those factory workers. And how depressing is it going to be if you've got these trillion factory workers doing their best and you're saying a whole lot of negative stuff over the loudspeaker to them about how they're not good enough and they're this and they're that, and a whole lot of negative messages. I want to teach you how to think positively about your body, so the messages that you're giving your body are actually really positive. So feeling good inside yourself can become as easy as, I need to lift my hand now to get this. And if you don't have an injury or an illness, it's fairly easy to reach for your cup. That's just your thoughts informing your body about something to do. And I want to help you to practice thinking positively about your body, because it's just a thought and your body will follow by feeling better. So I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, let me know. So part 1 of our worksheet and our lesson is thinking back through your body's achievements. So by this I mean I'm currently 43, and if I went back through my life, I can think of, I've had some fairly serious accidents that my body has recovered from. I've got some scars and I've got some, do you know what I mean? That there's telltale signs on this kind of canvas of life experience that's my body, but I've recovered. I can walk, I can move. So like that's a massive achievement for my body. There's also been illnesses that we might have had. Maybe it's the flu, or maybe it's something more serious. But if you look back over your life, I want you to really think about what your body has achieved, and let's get grateful for it. If you can currently move your body with some freedom somewhere, maybe you can't walk, but you can use your arms, or maybe you've got a sore shoulder, but the rest of you can move really well. That's because your body is healing, maintaining, and repairing itself. And how awesome is that? So I want you to think back through your body's achievements. If you're a parent, then your body may have, if you're a biological parent, your body's had something to do with creating this amazing life of another human being. If you're an adopted parent or a step parent and a biological parent, your physical body has been part of parenting. It's what you've used to hug. It's what you've used to pick up a child. It's what you use to drive them to their thing. So like your body plays a massive role in what you're doing. So I want you to think about, I've got a list of 5 things on the worksheet that I want you to think about what your body has achieved, and feel free to share in the group. If you're watching the replay, just do #replay and tell us. Tell us what you can, in all honesty, regardless of your frame of mind and the relationship you have with your body at the moment. What can you honestly, with heartfelt gratitude, just stop and take stock of your body's achievements and think, oh, thank you, body, for that. Thank you for that. Feel it, share it, let us know, right? So yeah, for me, I've had 2 children. I'm so grateful for my body for being able to grow and sustain a life. I'm grateful to my breasts for being able to feed my children. Don't worry if you haven't done these things. I'm just sharing mine. I'm grateful for the healing from that physics. One of the accidents I'm thinking of specifically, where my body had to learn to walk again. And yes, it was painful. Yes, it was hard. Yes, I cried lots during physio and wished it wasn't happening and felt sorry for myself. um, but now I move with freedom. If I really drop into, which I have trained myself to do, to be able to drop into gratitude, I can have real happy tears, gratitude for how easy it is to do things. Like the idea, back when that happened, we didn't have remote control set to push buttons on the television. And it was incredibly difficult when I first got home from hospital to get up and do that because there was pain and restriction in my body. And now I can do things like that without even thinking. That's because of this amazing, clever, self-healing machine. Even if you've got a physical illness at the moment or an injury, just for a moment feel grateful for all the parts of you that are working perfectly. Because even when we have, let's say we've got something happening with our kidneys, there's all the other organs that are doing an amazing job. So just tune in and feel your body's achievements, all the things that it's doing well. Right now, your eyes are blinking the perfect amount of blinking to keep your eyes moist enough to be able to see at an optimum level. You don't even have to think about it. Your body's just taking care of it. Awesome. Blood is moving through your body. The physical body that you see, if you look in the mirror today, wasn't there 2 years ago. All of your skin cells have been replaced. Your whole blood supply is replaced every 3 months. None of it was here. And so think about how grateful you are for the body you have and all the groovy stuff that it's doing. Good morning, Susan. Oh, worksheet's done. Go. So Susan's just saying she did the worksheet before the video was on. So fantastic. So feel free to share. What are you grateful for? What are the examples I've given in here? So things you've physically experienced or achieved. So maybe you've run in a race or competed in a sport or climbed something, or I don't know, anything. So yeah, share with us, because this is a different way of thinking about your body, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, so the second way, so I encourage you to do your worksheet and share. The second way that we're going to connect with our body and feel really grateful is to just appreciate for a moment your sensual self. So you've got the ability to see, to hear, to touch, to smell, and to taste life. So just for a moment, we're going to close our eyes. If you're driving, obviously do not do this part, but just for those of you who can, close your eyes, and I want you to just take yourself through these senses. Just for a moment, stop and think about throughout your whole life, if you are lucky enough to be someone that's got eyes that see, and just appreciate all the things that you've seen. And it's just mind-blowing the amount of things that we can feel amazingly grateful for. I want you to take time to do this more slowly in your own time, but just take yourself through all the things that you've heard. If you're lucky enough to be someone with ears that hear, or if you've ever been. You know, sometimes senses diminish over time, but we've still got memories of people we love's laughter, the sound of the beach. Do you know what I mean? What it's like when you, I've got a lot of bird life around where I live, so I get to wake up hearing that in the morning when I'm not up at 5:30 like I was this morning. I got up before the birds today. So just think about everything you've heard. Think about everything that you've touched. What does it feel like to touch the face of someone that you adore, to hold someone, to knead pizza dough if you're into if you're into cooking? Think about all the things that you've touched. I love a good massage, so that always comes up for me. Think about all the things that you've touched in your life. This is because you've got a body that's sensual and capable of taking in sensory data. There's a lot of information, isn't there? There's so much to feel grateful for. I want you to think about your sense of smell. I think about lasagna when I pull it out of the oven. It's like, oh, yum. So food comes up for me because I really love food. So think about everything you can smell, the flowers, the ocean. How, when you're really in love and you hug someone that you love, their smell is really like, oh, there we go, I'm home. Think about all the things that you've smelled. And I want you to also think about now, so we're moving really fast, but just do this while you're doing the worksheet, connect with it a little bit more. Think about all the things you've tasted. It's like all of life's yumminess. All of this is possible because you're not just a disembodied bit of energy. We're having a physical experience this lifetime, and your body is capable of so much beautiful pleasure. And so just taking that time to just really connect and just go, oh, thank you, body. You're so awesome. I've gone a little bit over time, but that might happen. I'll try and finish by 20 minutes. Lastly, you might want to have a think about that sixth sense. And I don't mean I see dead people. I mean that feeling, being able to feel energy, being able to feel your own energy. So being able to feel your own energy of, oh, I'm a bit tired, I need a rest. That is priceless. Like, how awesome to have a body that's kind of got its own fuel gauge and lets you know when it's time for a refill. But you can also feel other people's energy. Think about what it feels like to go to a wedding where the people that are getting married love each other, like really love each other, know, appreciate. They didn't just meet yesterday. That you're actually witnessing my whole self takes your whole self, and I see you and I know you and I love you. Those kind of weddings, they feel amazing. That's because you're able to feel, sense information, how it feels to be in a place of worship, even if it's not your denomination. It's amazing to go into a temple or a church. There's so much peace in there. That's because of that sixth sense. That other sense also gives us really good data that we can use in terms of our own intuition. But all of these things are easier if the channel is clear, and gratitude is such an amazing gift to give your body for health. Stress literally kills us if we commit to it for long enough. Gratitude enlivens us, and I want that for you. And over these 5 days, I'm going to help you to really unlock ways of being grateful that you just might not have even imagined before. Being grateful doesn't mean you're going la 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 and you've got the blinkers on and you're not paying attention to the stuff that actually needs changing. Gratitude is going to help you connect with your value and make the changes you need to make. I've got a comment here from Susan. So Susan's saying, physically, everything I could do, but I can't now. Calisthenics, running, climbing, swimming, gym work, and feeling emotions, being able to experience that physical strength and freedom. Absolutely. So Susan, I am so glad you've got that in your memory. But what I want you to do, so doing that, and also really tune in to what you're physically capable of right now, because that stuff is awesome and it's good memory, but it's got a sense of reminiscing about it, which means this stuff isn't accessible now. So I want you to think about things that you're physically grateful for now, even if it's just the ability to get out of bed, even if it's your physical ability to drive a car, if you can do that, which means you've got some freedom to exercise your free will in a way that moves around the world. I want you to think about what you're physically capable of now. So unless I don't know enough about your physical circumstances, but I know, say for me, at times where I've had a more regular yoga practice, I've been able to kind of do a back bend. If I go back far enough, I could calisthenics. I could just stand there, do a back bend. I could do a one-handed handstand. I could do a no-handed handstand at one point. Cartwheel, I mean, at one point. No-handed handstand. Come on. No, like cartwheels, one-handed, no hands. All those sorts of things. But I know that if that once again became a priority for me, and I put the time and effort in every day, I know my physical body is capable of once again doing those things. The difference is what I choose to prioritize in terms of managing my time. So just think about physically what you're capable of now, to find that place of gratitude for right now. Even if it's being able to hug someone, or being able to make your own dinner, or whatever, something like that. So just really try, yes, definitely think about all the amazing stuff that you've done in the past, but bring the gratitude. Gratitude is about right now, saying, I am so blessed right now. And that's going to be such a healing balm and an energy lifting thing to train your mind how to do. So that is it from me today. Thank you for giving me your time for 22 minutes. If you've got any questions, just tag me in the comments so that I can answer as best I can. Thank you, beautiful people that joined me live today. It's always fun to have some people on here, and thank you for, good morning, beautiful from Debbie and all that. Yeah, it's just really, really lovely to hang out with you in the morning before I start my work day. So thank you for all the love, and have an awesome day. Thank you, Susan, for sharing. I encourage those of you to share. We've got 190 people in our group, and I'd love to get a bit of engagement and sharing, and what you share might help someone else go, oh, I'm grateful for that too. So it's just a really beautiful gift we give each other when we share what learning this stuff is doing for ourselves in our daily life. You might not think it's that significant, but someone else might, through you, be able to learn another way that they can feel more grateful, which is always, always good. So thank you so much. I hope you are able to join me for day 2 and fill in your worksheet, because that's how you're going to get the most out of these days. So lots and lots and lots of love. Wishing you a day of feeling more grateful for your body than you ever have before, because it's amazing. Mwah. Thanks so much. Bye.